So it's nighttime right now, 8:30. I just got done with my first day at Extreme Couture, and I really liked it. I only went to two classes because I thought that they say they're an hour, and in jiu-jitsu it's like there's an hour and then there's 30 minutes of rolling afterwards. So I only did two classes because I wasn't sure if the hour was just of the instruction and then there was time afterwards. So I went to the wrestling class first, which I really liked. I liked what the coach showed. It felt really applicable and easy, and it just felt put together well. And we had like sparring in that. We had a long 9 minute live go at the end, and I felt good. I think my partner was a little bit new to grappling. He had done jiu-jitsu but no wrestling. And so I was hitting like it was fun. We'd like work off the wall. I was working we were doing a lot of underhook stuff in class, so I was working from an underhook if I had it or an overhook if he had an underhook. And I hit a bunch of lat drops. He was like a little bit tinier than me, so it was easier to kind of like manhandle him. Like at one point I had an underhook. I was going for like a body lock and he was up against the wall and he starts digging in an underhook opposite to my underhook. And instead of just going for an overhook on that, I just like connected my hands. Like I have my underhook here. I connected my hands behind his back, and then I pinched his like arm to. I like pinned his arm to his chest, so he was starting to get underhook, but it just got stuck, and then I like lat dropped him that way. I hit like I think it's called like Uchimata. I don't even know what it is. I've just seen it a bunch. And I think since he was smaller than me, it was a lot easier. So it felt good. I was like hitting stuff that I was getting like a bunch of reps in of stuff that I normally don't do a lot. And then there was a boxing class, and I told myself I wasn't gonna spar for like a long time. I don't really want to spar. I don't want to get brain damage. Even like light sparring, I think it's just I've heard so many people talk. It's like the repetitiveness of just light jabs. It just fucks your brain up. And even my partner was super cool. He knew it was my first time, and he like while we were doing the drills, he was really dope. So I like instantly I was like, oh, this guy's gonna not do anything gnarly, and he didn't. We just like went, and it was very playful and chill. But what I noticed is there's like a jab that hit my head, and then like there was another time where like my glove hit my head, and just from those things I can like feel my brain. It sounds sketchy saying, and I'm definitely not just like thinking of this. I'm not being paranoid. I can like feel. I don't think it's not a concussion, but it's like I can feel that there's something happened in there, and that I can still kind of feel the consequence of getting just lightly punched, not even hard. And so after our round, oh, my dog wants in. Hold on, he's funny. Come on. After our round, I just decided to sit out, and I just went up to the coach, and I was like, "Hey, Bugs, hey, here, come here. Oh, look at him, look at him. Oh." I just went up to the coach and I was like, "Hey, it's my first day. Can you just show me some like fundamentals to work on?" So for the rest of the class, I just worked a jab, show me how to jab, and so that was good. I think what I'm gonna do, because they have a kickboxing class too, which I think is a Muay Thai class. It's just called kickboxing, and I'm just not even gonna spar ever. I think it'll be a long time before I start to spar. I think I'll just during when it is time to spar, I'll just talk to the coach and be like, "What should I work on?" Because that's like I want to learn MMA, but I also don't want to have brain damage, which I think is pretty reasonable. So it's I think I'll miss out on applying a lot of what I'm learning in a live go, you know? But I think over time, I'll get to know everyone there seemed really cool. Like it didn't seem like anyone would really like rip my head off anyway, but I'm going to be really selective with my partners when I do spar eventually. Cuz I've even in jiu-jitsu, I would say there's only a handful of people that there was like this specialness to them. And one in particular, I remember Chris. He's like a purple belt that trains in. He's not training right now, but he trains out of the lab right now when he does train. And me and him, like there was just this mutual understanding, and we would like mess around and play when we were rolling. And I want to do that in sparring. It's like where we just it's like a flow spar. And I know there's people out there that do that, but I'm just gonna wait till I find someone that I like fully trust in to spar to where it can just be like, yeah, let's just like, bodies. We can hit our bodies and kick bodies and then just do it extremely light shots to the head. And I think that would be a way to like eventually learn and implement like the techniques that I'm learning in a live application, and then just take away like as much possibility of getting brain damage as possible. So that's kind of my plan going forward with that. What else? Oh yeah, a big part of why I wanted to record this was because I wish that I did this with jiu-jitsu when I started. I wish I like film myself rolling and like also just talked about it, because I think it would have been really interesting to look back at this whole process of me like learning something new like that. But I can do it with MMA, so the grappling side I start to understand, but MMA is like, no, I have no idea what it is. So I think it'll be just a cool little thing to just talk about my process and evolution in the sport. And yeah, for now I'm going to be at Extreme Couture. Who knows, like maybe in a couple months I'll decide I want to leave and check out Syndicate. I don't really know. I'm just going to take it a day at a time, keep training. Oh, what is cool though is I'm going to be able to train the way they set up the classes. I can do like I can get 3 classes in the 3 hours, and each of them I'll get, like in the grappling I can get sparring. I can do sparring. And so it's cool because now today, if I had known, I would have gone to wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and then boxing. And that would have been awesome. So it's like, it's cool because I think I'll be able to get a lot of bang for my buck whenever I go in. So that's it. I'm pretty hungry, so I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Say hi, Pokey. Look at you. He's so cute.